All right, shalom, shalom, Mr. Brother Mawasar,
Shalom, Mr. Brother Shamawa all.
right? And as you see in the title, hey, we got one word for you, just one: patience, right? Now, for us, I'm gonna speak on my tribe right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on the Judites right now, man. One thing that we lack is patience. Think about the streets, right? The streets is full of Judites who aren't patient. The streets is full of Judites who want it fast. They want it right now. They want it today, or they want it this month. They don't want to wait 5 years, 10 years. And I'm guilty of this in some ways too, because I'm a Judite, right? But patience, right? Brother, can you pull the fruits of the spirit right quick? Is that Galatians 5:22? We have to really understand how important patience is. Patience is not just like a regular thing. It's not like driving past a fire hydrant every day, man. Patience is important. You got that?
Gone.
Read that for me.
Right. This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering,
Long what?
gentleness, long suffering.
And you know it's crazy. A lot of Christians they know this verse. Hey, I didn't. It's a Jake at my job. He didn't quoted the fruits of the spirit to me. You know, now he don't know what I know, but that just goes to show even the Christians know the fruits of the spirit. One of the fruits of the spirit is long suffering. It's literally in the name. How long can you suffer? You know, and I want to build my people up right quick. You can suffer a lot longer than you think. You know how I know? Because you've been in America for how many years? You feel what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to this brother right here, the brother Orlando from Cleveland, Ohio. All praise to the Most High. We got brothers from Ohio tuning in. We all the way over here in Milwaukee. You know, we had to have for that to happen eventually. Me and this brother had to have patience. It was times we had maybe 1, 2 viewers at max on a video. A video not too long ago, we hit about 11 or 12 people. And to certain people, that might not sound big, but to us who have been patient, patiently waiting for the sheep to come, patiently waiting for the truth to be heard by the people who need to hear it, hey, that's 12 more people than we had before. So all praise to the Most High because we patient, man. Do we mess up sometimes? Of course. We human. We get impatient. You know, you a man. You gonna get impatient. You know, hey, even the disciples used to get impatient, man. Hey, the prophets used to get impatient. Lord, why are you forsaking me? Why you gonna let me? Hey, didn't David say that? My God, why is thou forsaking me? Roughly paraphrasing. He even had a moment where he know that he if anybody know that the Most High is with him, it's David. But yet and still, he had a moment where he got impatient. He basically saying, "Damn, Lord, why you taking so long? I thought I was right, Lord. I've been blowing my trumpet on the new moon. I've been keeping the Sabbath. I've been washing myself after I lay with my wife, Lord. Why are you taking so long to help me?" And a lot of times we get that same spirit, man, including me. It happens all the time. I catch myself being impatient. Like, hold on, bro. The Most High didn't have to give you anything. You got to be patient and wait on that thing. You feel what I'm saying? So brother, can you pull this precept? This is, let me get Ecclesiastes 1:28, and then you got it.
Um, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. You said verse what?
Salaki. Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 28.
Okay.
I wrote Ecclesiastes instead of Sirach.
Sirach chapter 1 and verse 28.
Uh-huh.
It reads, Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor.
It says, distrust not the fear of the Lord. That means the Lord didn't disappear just because you poor. The Lord didn't disappear because you going through it. The Lord didn't disappear because your wife cheated on you and then your son disrespected you on the same day. The Lord didn't disappear because you lost your job, and on your way home from losing that job, you blew a tire. You was waiting on that check to come that Friday. You needed that overtime. They fired you the day that you was finna take that overtime. Do that mean the Lord don't exist no more? Read that verse again.
It says, distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor.
Even if you broke, listen, me and this brother have been broke before. We know what it feels like. But yet and still, Lord willing, every Wednesday from now on, but almost every Wednesday, what are we doing? Y'all don't know what we got going on outside of behind closed doors. Me and this brother, not to say we do, we could have negative $20 a piece. And you wouldn't know, because guess what? Brother's being patient, man. Can you get so like I need you to get two presets. Okay, Sirach 11 and 21, and then Tobit 4 and 12. Get Tobit, you can read Tobit first. Okay. Or well. Because we have to really understand, first off, you ain't the first one to be poor. You're an Israelite, bro. You ever read the Bible before? You know? Read that if you got it.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 21. And fear not, my son, that we are made poor.
Come. Keep reading.
For thou hast much wealth.
Thou hast what?
For thou hast much wealth.
He said, even though we broke, we leaking, pockets empty, boy, you rich is all hell. Keep reading, Doc.
For thou hast much wealth if thou fear Yahweh.
If what?
If thou fear Yahweh.
Why is Tobit telling his son the same thing that was said in Sirach? He's telling him not to distrust the fear of the Lord just because we broke right now. Man, we behind on rent. That mean the Lord don't exist no more, son? That's what he telling him. Man, he telling, hey, in Jake terms, he telling his son, man, don't trip on that, man. It's just some money. We good. We got the Lord, son. Come on now. Some money? We got the Lord and we gonna trip over some money with some dead white people on it. And then not only is it dead white people on it, it's not worth nothing no more. Hey, Jake, I'm gonna take you down memory lane. Remember back in 2010, 2012, 08, you could take $5 in a gas station. All your whole house eating off that $5.
Yeah, that's facts.
Man, everybody got 2 bags, 3 bags. That's back when they was doing 3 for 1. 3 for 1. They had 25-cent candy. Everybody getting the juice for $1. It was 50 cents back then. It wasn't even $1, bro. Now, what does your money get you? Hey, if you give a homeless man $1, he might cuss you out. What I'm supposed to do with this, nephew? Right? Get that last verse for me. Sirach 11 and 21. Baba Kashab.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 21. It says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing.
No, it's hard.
For it is an easy thing,
right,
in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
Don't you ever get it through your thick skull that the Most High is too weak to raise you up on high out of nowhere. What did he do to David? What was David before he was a king? Was David a prince? Was David a nobleman? Was he the cupbearer for the current king at the time? He was tending to sheep. Tending to sheep. Let's put that in today's term. He was working at Walmart. He was bagging groceries. And you know what the Lord did? He made him one of the greatest kings ever. We talking about him right now. David was the youngest brother. David was nothing before the Lord raised him up. But you know what David had? Patience and fear of the Lord. Because when the Lord started to raise him up, what did David say? The same God that delivered this bear and this lion into my hand, he gonna deliver Goliath in my hand too. He had patience in the Lord. How much more you need? Hey, I don't know about you. I ain't never cut off a Philistine head before in the name of the Lord. I would be honored to, but I haven't seen some of the things that some of the men of old have seen. Been through what they've been through. But guess what? Brother's gonna be patient and we're gonna wait to see them same things. We're gonna be patient and wait for that firmament to crack. We're gonna be patient and wait on all of the 1/3 to come into the truth and be sealed. You got it.
God. Yeah, brother, bringing it out, man. Patience is everything. Long suffering is everything. You know, people got patience for the wrong things. People got patience people got patience. I remember back in the day, the PS2, when you put your CD in and you trying to hope that it works. Yeah, people have patience for the wrong things, man. You know, but how about having patience for the Lord? You know, for the kingdom, right? For you to increase in your studies and all the things that you ask for, you got to have patience, right? And brother brought out some mighty points, man. David was attending to the sheep, man. That's like the brother who played at in for New York. He was working at the grocery store. I don't want to butcher his name, but I think his name was like Starks. He's, you know, they say he's so-called dunked on Jordan, but he was working at the grocery store. Next thing you know, he in the NBA. And what that takes patience, man. Right? Small like that. Another example, you know, worldly example, you got Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was getting afflicted. Little did he know all the things that he going through, Yahweh Shah went through it. You know, trying to, he a gangster, a murderer, he's ghetto, and all these stereotypes. You know, even too, when he was going to court, he was in a fight, you know, in a bowling alley. You know, they put him involved in it. Hey, but he was patient through the adversity, and look where he at now. You know, hey, literally, no, that's of the Most High. But he had patience through that. Right? Let's get 1 Samuel chapter 2. Spirit. So people have patience for the wrong things, man. All right. This 1 Samuel chapter 2. I'll start at verse 6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. And we know a lot of brothers who've been in this truth, the Lord will bring you down, man. The Lord will bring you down. He will break you down. He will humble you. You know, I heard a brother say, man, I used to be that nigga, Joe. You know, it's like for the language. I used to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it big. And the Lord took it all away. Look at Job, man. He was patient, right? Job, back to back, 3-4 times, you know, not judgment, but chastisement after chastisement, affliction after affliction. He was patient through it all, right? It says the Lord killeth and maketh alive, and he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord brought you down. That doesn't mean that he's you know, trying to belittle you. He know you don't know nothing. He know that everything that you know is from him. He's not trying to, I'm the Most High. You know, I don't even care about you. I just wanna show my power, just to prove that y'all really ain't nothing. That's how man thinks. The Most High not thinking like that. He bring you down so he can build you back up again. Right? It says, and bringeth up. Right? Verse 7. It said, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. Hey, the Lord is he's a just God, man. He has a just balance. So don't think that he's trying to bring you down and not bring you up, right? Unless you a just man, right? Unless you taking heed to the commandments and you actually trying to strive to be perfect, like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you know, and our mighty forefathers, right? Let's get Luke chapter 19, Luke 21, right? Let's get Luke 21. Like I say, people have patience for the wrong things. You have patience for the video game work. You have patience for the shoes to come out. You got people be in long lines for these damn game consoles, man. These game consoles, whatever how you say it. These game systems, man. They be in line. They be at midnight in line for damn almost really like 24 hours to get a game. But you can't have patience for the Lord to grant you what you think you deserve, because you really don't deserve anything. But the things you ask for, you have to earn it. Are you gonna have patience for that? Brothers who want a wife, are you gonna have patience for that? And the whole time you have patience, you have to possess your soul. If you don't possess your spirit, your soul will have rule over your spirit. You won't get anything. Right? This Luke chapter 21, verse 19, right? It says, in your patience, possess ye your souls. And the Lord not just saying this out of nowhere. Clearly, this man is knowing the time when he's gonna die, right? Dealing with Israel, the Jews, people not believing in him, right? And he said, in your patience, possess ye your souls. So Yahweh Shai, he having patience. He possesses his soul while he has patience, long suffering, right? And the Lord not saying this for no reason, because it's gonna be a time when all hell break loose, right? When damn Russia pushed that button, Esau pushed that button. It's gonna be a time where you're gonna have patience. Famine, you're gonna have patience. When we on a fast, you teaching patience, right? When you on a if you're on a fast and you not having no type of patience, you're not doing something right. You have no rule over your spirit. You're not having possession over your soul, right? Let's get that. Let's get Proverbs chapter 25. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28, right? This is the book of Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. It says, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down. How you have not having rule over your own spirit? You not having patience, long suffering, right? You're not sitting your butt down to actually think that, hold on, you know, what, maybe, that time will come, Lord willing. And you believe that, Lord willing, you're not having doubt. And Lord willing, the Lord paying attention to that spirit. Where's your faith at? Because for you having patience, that's having faith. Look at Noah, man. Noah had patience to build that ark. Noah had patience to see that rain drop from the sky, knowing it never rained ever. It was only dew. Once that time came, look what happened. Not everybody trying to run to the ark. It's too late. It's too late for that, right? It says, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. And if you're a city that is broken down and without walls, you letting all demons and spirits come inside of you. You letting damn Esau tell you whatever you want to do. You just going to and fro. The Lord has no use of you, right? Because you didn't have faith in him, right? Let's get a definition of patience, right? So, let's get that real quick. Definition of patience, man. All right. Hey, you got Esau, he's patient in wickedness. Don't let him have more patience than you in righteousness, man. Jake be doing it too. Jake be having so much patience to roll that blunt. So much patience to get to know Eve just to get in her pants, man. It's madness. It said the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Hey, that's hard for these Judites, man. Hey, that's hard for Israel, man. That is so hard for Israel to suffer without getting angry. That's what Yahweh Shah did. He suffered without getting angry. Hey, he was grieved in the spirit when they were scoffing to him, man. When they were scoffing to him on the Shabbat, he was grieved. How much patience is that? And there's plenty other things that's not written of what he had to deal with. And he had to what? Had the fruits of the spirit, patience, long suffering. That's hard for Israel to suffer without getting angry or upset, man. Right? Let's see the similarities, man. It says forbearance, tolerance, And you hear Jake all the time and Eve, I ain't got no tolerance for these people. And then, but sweetheart, maybe you need to work on that. Jake, you need to work on that. This is why you lost a lot of jobs. This is why when you tried to get in the NBA, you never got in the league, because you're not coachable. You have no type of patience. You can't tolerate nothing, right? It's basically you're weak, because when you have patience, you're a strong man, right? For you to even have patience, you got to have hope in something, right? It says composure. Nobody in this place has composure. Everybody, I want my money and I need it now. I need some of this. I need the drink. Man, I need to take a sip, man. I'm sick of it. Brother, you don't even need a sip. What you need to do is sit down and meditate in the precepts. What you need to do is sit down and get counsel before you react on your own emotions. That's what Israel like to do, react on their own emotions. This is why you are a city that is broken down. Because if you don't have no patience, then that force field that you're supposed to have, that wall, right, that you're supposed to have so demons won't come in, hey, they breaking it down, man. Hey, that's how the Romans came in the Jews, man. Hey, that's how Joshua and Israel got through Jericho. That wall broke down. They blew the trumpet and that wall fell down. Next thing you know, they got besieged. Right? You got it, Ak.
How long did that take?
That didn't even take long.
But was it in 3 seconds that wall fell in Jericho?
No, it was not in 3 seconds,
See
man. That took patience, man.
See that?
That took man. I'll praise to the Most High. Ain't take long, you know, because when you got patience, man, it seemed like it's taking forever. And once it comes, you be like, man, that wasn't even long. That really wasn't. That ain't took long. It's just your flesh, man. It's all it is just your flesh, right? Let's get Psalms. And then the brother got it. Right, let's get Psalms chapter 37. Because Jake be having patience for the wrong things. And this is why you get jammed up. Right? This Psalms chapter 37 and verse 7, it says, rest in the Lord. See, nobody don't like to rest in the Lord. How are you resting in the Lord? You having patience. You having faith. You have a confidence that the Lord will get you through whatever you're going through. You have confidence that the Lord will have you to get that job, you know, have you to get a raise, you know, have you to get a child. Hey, his brothers out here that, you know, they wives couldn't, you know, have a kid. You know, it took some time. Next thing you know, hey, they got a daughter. Now they got a son. What they took, they rest in the Lord. They had patience, man. You brothers who be saying, man, I can't wait till we get out of this and that. Brother, you struggling with suffering without being angry, brother. You suffering, brother. Every time when you reading, you damn having temper tantrums. You're not having patience. I don't understand what this means. You just throwing a book and, hey, you acting like a toddler, brother. It says rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him, right? It says wait patiently for him. If you're not waiting patiently for him, you delay if the Lord's coming. And then if you know the truth, right, quoting Luke 12:47 on down, hey, you're going to have many strikes, man, because you knew the will of the Lord. You knew the works of the Lord. You're not patiently waiting, man. It says rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. Because now, since you're not having patience in the Lord, you're not resting in the Lord, you're not waiting patiently. Hey, now you start to get jealous of the evildoers. You start to envy the wicked, right? Hey, Solomon said, hey, don't envy your oppressors, man. You start to envy them. You start to envy Jake because he's sitting on the couch. He got a big, fat backwood, and he's comfortable. His check, your check come Friday, his check come Wednesday. And you feeling some type of way, man, right? Now you thinking he living a good life. Why? Because you're not resting patiently in the Lord, man. You don't have you having no long suffering, right? It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. So now you envying the wicked, man. Now you envying vanities that he's in. You see him with his feet up. He damn end up getting the whatever them ugly trucks, them them cyber trucks, whatever you call them, Tesla trucks, whatever. You see he get that in a week or two, while you struggling to get a used car. It's taking you about 3 months, 4 months to get a used car, something decent that'll last you at least 2 to 3 years, and you getting jealous over that. How he get that in 2 weeks? I thought his credit score was low, and that's nothing but Satan playing with your mind. Because next thing you know, now you end up going doing something that you don't want to do. Right? Let's keep reading. Verse 8, it says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. If you fret not thyself, if you stop yourself from not doing any evil, that's because you having patience. You realizing the things that you're going through. Because if you having patience, that means you thinking, you using your mind. No, if I do this, I'm going off. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. You got brothers, damn, they not being, they just for instance, something small. They're not patiently waiting on their check. Now they want to crack cards. You know, and then next thing you know, now they bank get fraud. Now you can't even bank at the bank anymore. You can't deposit a check at that bank anymore. You know, now all hell breaking loose. You know, now you don't know where your check at, what you should be patiently waiting for, right? And then little do you know, your check didn't come yet because you had the wrong route number. You know, maybe if you had patience, you could have seen what was going on. You know, now just silly things are happening. Now your household all jammed up because of one simple thing. Really, it's not simple, but you know, it does take work, right? But hey, patience, man. But you gotta
Hey, man, look, patience is we learn this in the world, man. Patience is a virtue. Patience is not, look, if it was worth having, okay, put it like this. I'm breaking it down to y'all like this. Follow me. Anything that's worth getting will never be easy to get. And anything that's not worth getting will never be hard to get. Jake, how hard was it for you to re-up on that pack? Was it hard to find somebody who had more weed than you did? more white, more tan than you did? Was it hard? Or was it easy? Now, how easy was it for you to find the truth? How easy was it for you to not only find the truth, but to actually be in the truth? How easy was that? I mean, let's just talk about it. We all in the truth on this video, right? Let me tell you from my personal experience. This is the hardest thing I ever did in my life, bro. You got to go to work. You got to go home to your family. You got to go around your other family, your cousins and uncles and aunties and grandpa and grandma and them. You got to go around your friends from the work. You got all these people who don't have a clue about the truth, let alone care about the truth. But guess what you got to do? You trying to put your mama on to the truth, you got to be patient. You trying to put your wife on to the truth, you got to be patient. You trying to put your kids on to the truth, you got to be patient. Because you know what they not hearing at school? You know what your wife not hearing at work? You know what your mama not hearing at grandma in them house when she go to her mama house? The truth. So what you going to have to be patient? How patient has the Lord been with you? Think about that. How many times you broke the Sabbath after you knew how to keep it and the Lord just kept you in the truth? Right? How many times you kept smoking even though you knew it was wrong, but you were so addicted you couldn't stop yourself and the Lord kept you in the truth? The Lord patient with you. Why you can't be patient with him? And that's a cut to me. It be sometimes I be finding myself being impatient. Like, hold on. I be having to pump the brakes on myself. Like, hold on, bro. Remember that one time? Yeah, don't forget that. You got to be that way with yourself. Right? Can you get this precept, Romans 12:12? because it's important, man. Like patience is, like I said earlier when I started the video off. I can speak for my tribe. Look, we are not taught patience, right? We are taught to be impatient. We are taught to be It's a microwave society, like they say. You got that?
Gone.
Read that for me.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation.
What?
Patient in tribulation.
And tribulation is not just regular trouble. It's not just, oh, I got wrote up at work. It's not just, oh, my teacher called my mama from school because I was cutting up. No, tribulation is like what Job went through. Tribulation is like what David went through. Hey, a lot of us in this truth, we ain't never ran for our life from our own people. Not for as long as David did, and definitely not to the level that David did. Imagine you're the king and you got to run for your life. Think about that. You're supposed to be the king of this entire country, and you're running for your life. People want to kill you. Hey, Saul wasn't by himself. I don't know if y'all actually ever read 1 Samuel and 2. Saul was not by himself. He wasn't chasing David by himself. He had men with him. Imagine you got 10 YNs looking for you. You can't pull up to the hood gas station you usually pull up to. You can't pull up to the chicken spot you usually pull up to. You got to have somebody else drop your kids off at school. So the people from the other side don't see what car you in when you drop your kids off because you're not trying to put your kids in danger. You know what that's going to take? It's going to take patience. It's going to take long suffering, like the brother read in Galatians 5:22 earlier. That's what it's going to take. And I'm going to tell you, as a man, it's going to be the hardest thing you ever did in your life to be patient. Because you know, one thing the world that we live in right now doesn't do, require you to be patient. DoorDash don't require you to be patient. Uber Eats. You can deliver anything now. Bruh, in Milwaukee, I promise you all, if you're not from Milwaukee, please just take my word for it. But people in Milwaukee, they know. You can DoorDash weed to your house right now. They have smoke shops on DoorDash. You can DoorDash a vape to your house right now. I promise you, I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I don't get nothing out of lying to y'all. You can DoorDash a THC vape to your house right now. You can get as high as you want, and you ain't got to leave the crib. Convenience, not being patient, is everywhere right now. What is a Netflix subscription? Everything got a subscription right now. You pay this little bit a month, I'll give you everything you want. Just pay your $5 a month. Everybody got a microwave in their house. Where I live in Milwaukee, we got food spots all up and down the street. So if I don't feel like being patient that day, guess what I can do? I can be as impatient as I want, because America sets it up for you to be able to do that. Can you get Revelation 14:12 and then you got it? This is not a game, bro. The Most High is our Father. You think he gonna tell us something to lead us to I don't know if y'all say it like that down there in Chicago, but we call it sending somebody off. When you send somebody off, that means you put them in position to do absolutely horribly, but you play it to them like they don't do great. You play it to them like you ain't got nothing to worry about, and you just sitting there kind of giggling and laughing. Oh, he finna get jammed up. You got that?
Gone.
Read that for me.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the what?
Here is the patience of the saints.
Read that.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushua.
Patience, according to Revelation 14:12, according to the saints, us having patience is no matter what, we keep the faith and we keep the commandments. No matter if the Lord take 50 more years to crack the firmament. Lord willing, me and this brother Shemawa all, We gray as hell, old, decrepit, face wrinkled up. But guess what? We still doing the videos every Wednesday. Lord willing, man.
No, well,
Because we patient. You got it out.
hey man, brother bringing it out, man. Patience is everything, because when you have patience, you have self-control. Like we said, like, yo, Israel have no type of self-control, and it's crazy. I'm just not finding out that they got what we DoorDash. That's off. You know, everything is right on the spot. Amazon and, like you say, the DoorDash, the Uber Eats and Lyft and stuff like that. This is why people are lazy. You lazy. This is why people rush relationships. Why you can't have patience, man? Get to know the woman first. Get to know that man first. And then you end up being jammed up. Now you finding out the things that you're supposed to find out before you even lay down with that man or woman. See, if you have patience, have self-control, it'll be a different story. Let's go back to Galatians, right? Hey, and crash dummies. Yeah, crash dummies. That's literally what it is, crash dummies. And crash dummies, they have the worst type of judgment, right, on the low level. Because it ain't nothing you can do. You can't put them back together. They're just broken in pieces. And this is why people be having a lot of baggage. So this Galatians chapter 5 and verse 23. And I'm going to read 22 again. It says, but the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Right? Let's go into temperance, right? Because we need temperance, man. Self-control. Right? We're just going to bring up a definition. Right? A temperance. You got to have self-control. Yahweh said, possess your souls. Right? In your patience, possess your souls. How do you possess your soul? Right? Let me get that temperance lock here. Right? Temperance. Man, look. It says temperance is a term with multiple meanings. Right? In general sense, it refers to moderation, self-restraint. Nobody's self-restrained. Right? In actions, thoughts, or feelings. And you see that the man, I'm gonna go with the man. Yeah, you know, Eve, the emotional creatures. Yeah. Now I'm going straight for the head, because the Lord is dealing with the head. The Lord is dealing with the man, right? Hey, Jake has no control over his emotions, man. It says, let me read that again. It says self-restraint in actions, thoughts, and feelings. What Jake you know that has temperance? He has no type of temperance. When it comes to training at the job, he don't even want to look at the videos. That's a cut, because I was one of them brothers. Man, I'm trying to get this money, man. I ain't trying to watch no dang on training video. When I get paid, man? I gotta wait every 2 weeks. Oh no, this ain't for me. Brother, what are you doing, brother? Where your temperance at? First of all, you applied at the job. First of all, it took you damn 2 months to get a job. How about you stay there until you, whatever you want to do, work hard for it, and maybe you get a job that pays weekly, whatever that you desire, right? It says, that's madness. It says specifically, it can also refer to the practice of drinking little or no alcohol, or to the movement that advocate for such, right? As you see, balance, moderation, balance, self-control. But the point is, you got to have control over your emotions, right? Let's get an account of who had control over their emotions. There's plenty of our forefathers that had control over their emotions. Abraham. Imagine you have to go leave from where you comfortable at. You leave in your comfort zone. And the Lord tells you got to go. And it takes you a while to go to whatever you know, your lot was supposed to be at. How much patience would you have? Is this far? Oh man, are we there yet? That damn Ice Cube. Are we there yet? In the backseat, are we there yet? Now you gotta pee. You ain't gotta pee.
Con.
It's madness, man. Let's get Acts chapter 27. Let's see the patience of Paul, man. Paul dealt with a lot of long suffering and patience, man. He had to go through a lot of things for Yahweh, for the name of Yahweh Shah, man. All right. It says, right, this Acts chapter 27 and verse, I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says, verse 21, it says, but after long abstinence, Paul stood forth in the midst of them and said, sirs, ye should have hearkened unto me, right? And not have loosed from Crete, and to have gained this harm and loss, right? They not supposed, they forcefully went to Crete. And Paul told them, hey, look, don't go, we can't go there, or we're gonna face some shipwreck, man. We're gonna get into a car crash, put it that way, right? And they end up forcing themselves. And he said, you should have listened to me, man. And we all got that one person that don't want to listen. He don't want to have patience, right? Sit here, man. We gonna get there. Sit here. You know, it's gonna. You got Jake down, man. You could bring up a lot of things that Jake do, right? That we do, you know, because we've been in there before, man. Right? I'm gonna read on. This is verse 22. It says, and now I exhort you to be of good cheer, for there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. Right? This is how I know he possessing the fruits of the spirit: patience, temperance. Jake get in a car crash and he lose his mind. My car, oh, he going crazy, man. Eve, she damn lose her earring. Now she tell everybody get up. You got Jake, he lose his cell phone. Everybody get up right now. All right, Salakia. Everybody get out their seats, man. Run them pockets right now. How about you just sit still and think of, you know, sit still, have patience, man. Relax a little bit. Because you're around brothers that don't even steal, and you know that, right? Through the spirit. You're not supposed to trust anybody. Yeah, everybody. But sit still and relax, man. Now you damn whipping out your pistol. Hey, what you say to me? You have no type of self-control, bro. Right? But Paul is having temperance because he said, for there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. How will he know this? Because he had faith, patience. You not having patience, you have no faith, right? Verse 23, because that's a work. Patience, that take work, man. Right? Verse 23, it says, for there stood by me this night the angel of Yahweh, whose I am, in whom I serve, saying, fear not, Paul, thou must be brought before Caesar, and lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. Right? It says, verse 25, wherefore, sirs, be of good cheer, for I believe. He said, for I believe Yahweh, man. I believe Yahweh. I'm pretty sure you asked everybody who else, you know, who watching this live or who will watch this live. Do you believe the Most High? We got to ask ourselves that. Do you believe? Because if you do, you will have patience. You will have long suffering. Because all the things, we got to suffer for righteousness' sake, man. We got to suffer for righteous sake. Let's get that. Let's get Romans. Because, hey, the Lord said, greater evils are to come, man. Right? Greater evils are to come. You knowing this, that means that you got to have, immaculate patience. You got to have the fruits of the spirit, man. This Romans chapter 8, verse, let me see. Romans chapter 8, verse 35. It reads, let me see. All right. Let me get Matthew, Shalakia. I'm going to bring that out. Let me get Matthew chapter 5. Right? I'm going to say that through the Spirit of the Lord willing, if you allow me to get to it. Right? This Matthew chapter 5. You got it out after this. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. It reads, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteous sake. Right? It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Right? And you gotta suffer for that. You gotta suffer for righteousness, man. Yahweh shall suffer for righteousness. Paul, Peter, right? Damn, David, Jacob, he suffered for righteousness' sake, man. So if you're not possessing this spirit right now, if you're not training, the Lord got us in a scrimmage right now, man. And if you're not actually learning things while you're training right now, you're gonna be called out there, man. A lot of things gonna happen. Brothers who got wives, you gotta protect your wives, children, nephews, your family, you gotta protect them. And if you don't have this fruit, you will get caught out there, man. You will get caught. But you got it out.
Come on, man. Hey, the brother bringing Almighty, man. Listen, patience, bro. It's a reason why we brought this out as a one-word title. Usually I make the title something different, but today it was just patience with exclamation marks, because patience is I won't say the most important thing, but it's for sure top 5, right? Because we read earlier in Romans, Revelation 14 and 12, that here is the patience of the saints, which is keeping the commandments and the fear. So that's the most important 2 things, right? And as a matter of fact, speaking on that point, can you get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 right quick?
Yeah.
Because despite what the topic is on these Wednesday videos, Lord willing, we always remind our people what are the 2 most important things, more important than anything that we can possibly talk to you about, right? Read that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Right.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, duty of man.
And that's the whole duty of man. If you're a human being watching this video right now, guess what your duty is to the Most High? Fear him and do what he said to do. That's it. You don't have to go to communion every 3rd Sunday and drink that grape juice and eat that nasty cracker that they got sealed onto the grape juice at church for communion Sunday. You don't have to do that. You don't have to attend the praise and worship. Hey, look, let me tell you, bro. Since I've been in the truth, it'll be 3 years this November. I have never been required to attend a praise and worship service to be considered to be in the truth, to be considered to be following the Most High. Has that happened to you? Me and this brother in the same camp? No, I know this brother off camera. I know this brother. I know the brothers around us. It's never happened. Because in the truth, it's just that. It's the truth. Like the brother said, kind of off. Oh, if you ain't got no money for the collection plate, you kind of got to get out the school. We're not going to teach you the truth. Where they do that at? We don't do that. We're not charging nobody money to come listen to us at camp.
That's
because
awful.
You know what? Read that verse again in Revelation chapter 12. Not Revelation, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
Right. It reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Because we understand that. Hey, guess what? Brother, you ain't got to acknowledge me. Oh, man, Mawa, sorry, you be bringing it out on the Wednesday videos to get the kingdom. What verse is that? Damn, Shemawa, oh, you brought it mighty. That one summer, man, summer 2025. Yo, brothers, where is that in the Bible that it say you got to do that to get the kingdom?
Right.
It says, here is the patience of the saints. I get that. Get that for me one more time. Salaki, I'm still in the car, y'all. But hey, when the spirit flow, you got to let it flow, man. Don't quench the spirit, like it's saying 1 Thessalonians chapter 5.
Right.
We got to keep this going, man. You got that?
Come.
Read that for me, y'all.
This Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
It says, here is the patience. You know what the patience is? You keep the commandments when nobody else in your family who got the same last name as you give a damn about the Bible, let alone the truth. That's patience. When you go to camp every week and your camp ain't grown in 5 years, you've been laboring with the same brothers for 5 years, but you keep going. You know what that is? That's patience. But more importantly than patience, because the Bible defines patience in Revelation 14 and 12 as what the brother just read, patience is having faith. And I got another verse on that. One more verse. Can you give me James chapter 1 and verse 2? Let's get the classic, man. This I don't know y'all, but James chapter 1 might be my favorite chapter in the Bible. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But it's just so much substance in there, man. You got to get in there, bro. Read that for me, out.
This is James chapter 1, verse 2. It says, my brethren, right, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
The what?
The trying of your faith worketh patience.
Nigga, excuse my language. How you gonna know you patient if you ain't never been through shit before? Hey, anybody ever been through one of them DMV lines? I'm talking about not 11 in the morning DMV line. I'm talking about DMV line 4:30 p.m. 5.
Before COVID.
Before COVID. When that line was right, hey, it used to be so bad in Milwaukee, bro. You had to stand outside and wait to open the door to get in, bro. The line was so long. And we talking about in the hood, bro. Anybody from Milwaukee, what was that DMV over there at that strip mall on Tatonia off of Mill Road? Tell me it don't be packed in there, bro. If I'm lying, I'm flying. But guess what you gotta have? You gotta have patience. Anybody ever pulled up to Valvoline to get an oil change? You gotta have patience. You're gonna be sitting there for about 30, 45 minutes. Let enough cars be there. You know? Hey, even for the young brothers and sisters, y'all going to school, you gotta sit there and be patient from 7 in the morning till your mama or your daddy come pick you up, till your grandma come pick you up, till that school bus gets you. You know what you gotta be? You gotta be patient, man. You have to be patient, bro. Can you get this one? This is my last precept, and then you got it. This is my last one. Can you get Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 25? Right. Because even when we as a people was crying out, we understood, I should say, what was required. We understood what it took. Read that for me, y'all.
Right, Lamentations chapter 3, verse 5.
3 and 25.
Right. This Lamentations chapter 3, verse 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him.
That what?
That wait for him.
It said the Lord is good to those who can sit back for a second and just wait. Sit back and relax for a second, man. Don't go join the Old Testament only doctrine because the Lord taking too long to crack the firmament. Don't do that. Don't go sleep with this man's wife because the Lord taking too long to give you your own. Don't do that.
That's crazy.
Don't switch camps because your camp ain't grew, like I said, in 4-5 years. When did the Lord switch on the disciples? Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all, you know, it been the same 12 of y'all niggas for too long, man. I ain't really messing with that. I gotta move around. I'm finna go join this camp. When did the Lord do that? Hey, you want to know who got the ultimate most patience on the earth? The Most High. How long he been waiting on these ignorant niggas to get their life together? Including me, including this brother on this club, including Shema Wall. How long has he been waiting for our people to get it right? Thousands of years. Jake, Eve, your husband been off for 6 months and you ready to divorce him. The Lord been waiting on you since before Moses came. Let that sit on your spirit, man. Like the brother said at work. At work, you impatient. At home, you impatient. You done slapped your wife in her face because she asked you, can you spend some more time with me? You used to have You know, Sundays, they used to be our day. You don't give me some. You done slapped her upside her head. Hey, shut up. You supposed to be a pillar of rest. I'm trying to rest right now.
That's all.
Your son come to you. Hey, Dad, can we go to the park? Shut up. We finna do this lesson. You slap him in the face. Kind of kick him in his behind. We ain't going to no park. We studying the Bible right now.
Damn.
Right? We got to be for real in this truth, man. Be patient. The Most High, think about all them times you went off since you knew the truth and you knew you was going off and the Most High kept you in the truth. I got one last precept. Salakia, I know I said that was my last one.
Good. Right?
Give me Sirach chapter 28 and verse 1.
Okay.
It might be verse 2, but we're going to start from verse 1 either way.
Right, this Sirach chapter 28 and verse 1. He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance.
Right, read verse 2 for me, y'all.
Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he have done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest.
You know how much patience it takes for a brother to offend you, and you still like, nah, I'm mad right now. I'm a little on edge. I'm pissed off right now. The brother just took me to 10. Let me go step off to the side right quick. Hey, I had to do it this morning at work. Take myself to the bathroom, and I'm literally telling myself, yeah, you on 10, right? Like, yeah, you pissed off right now. Just calm down, take a second. Sometimes you got to be patient with your own self, man. Let's talk about that. Be patient with yourself. Especially in the truth, bro. I see people beating themselves up too much in the truth, man. Damn, I forgot to blow my trumpet on the new moon. The Most High gonna kill me tomorrow. Calm down. You didn't do it on purpose. Pray to the Lord. Ask for mercy. Damn, I was looking at that brother wife when I first came in the truth, and I wasn't at this level I'm at. I was lusting after that brother wife when I first came. Calm down. You was new to the truth. Hey, a spirit hopped on you. That's okay, man. It happened to the best of us. A spirit hopped on Peter. A spirit hopped on you, bro. I really challenge you. Besides Yahushua, find a man that a spirit didn't hop on. And if you find a man, I guarantee his account of his spirit hopping on him just wasn't written. But we people, man, you gotta have patience with yourself too. You've been in the truth 4 months. Stop beating yourself up for not being able to do videos how me and Shamal all doing. We've been in the truth almost 3 years. Slow down, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh, your wife just start wearing fringes last week. Get off of that woman back, man. You know, we got to have patience in this thing, man. Be patient. The Lord is long suffering. He's been waiting on us for thousands of years to get it right. You can't wait a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months for something to happen in your life the way you want to. Absolutely ridiculous. But I yield with that. That's my last precept. You got it.
Hey, the brother bringing it out, man. And you got people don't even have patience with their kids, but they be so quick to say, yeah, kids teach you patience. But if you pop the hell out of your son, you just over popped your son because he, you know, folly is buried in the heart of a kid, roughly paraphrasing. So you gotta have patience with your son, man. Hey, he hyper today, you know how he get, you know. And you damn just look, man, people be acting like they, you know, it's just off. But when you have patience, you know, that's having temperance, self-control. That's also integrity. You know, that just to let you know you have no type of integrity, right? Bringing up the definition of integrity, It says the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, right? It says moral, it's about consistent in your actions, beliefs, and vows, even when faced with challenges or temptations, right? It says essentially, it means doing what's right, even when no one is watching. Because patience is not always, it's gonna be a time when you by yourself and you dealing with a spirit by yourself, right? And you went into the precepts, you prayed to the Lord, but that spirit still on you. Are you gonna have patience that the Lord will take that spirit off you? Ultimately, it should be you being diligent in your work, because you being diligent, you also knowing that you know what it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Like Noah was building the ark. He had to have patience in it because nothing's gonna come automatically. Just because just because you praying to the Lord doesn't have to automatically answer to you. It's a lot of things we got to work on. We departed from the Lord not just once but multiple times. This is why we're here today. We didn't have patience. We didn't serve Him with joy. We serve other God. Hey, we did a lot of things in the list. And for Him to even send Yahweh Shai, that's mercy. That's long suffering. If we are Heavenly Father and we're His children, we should possess the things that He have, right? Which He ordained to us. He telling us the fruits of the Spirit. The Lord got all these things. What you think He expect out of us if we're His children, right? So let's get Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. It says, He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Because a man that's slothful doesn't want to work. He wanted now. He just wanted it at the time when he think about it. You want a genie. If you want a genie, this truth is not for you. You can't pray for faith and expect you're gonna wake up in the morning and you got faith. Your faith is strong, right? You can't pay for strength. Next thing you know, you lifting trucks and trains. That's not gonna happen. You have to put some work into it just so you can reach that result. This is what the Lord does. And for you to reach that goal, it has to take patience. For us to get the kingdom, it has to take patience. How can you even accept the the desire of it? Or accept, like, how can you even appreciate it? That's what I want. How can you be grateful once you get it? Because when you get something fast, like fast money, you're not satisfied with that, right? Let me see if I get that precept. People who get fast money really not satisfied for it. All you're doing is just digging a hole in your spirit. This time you keep getting it, you keep getting it. Next thing you know, you jammed up, you locked up, right? Or it's not fulfilling you because now you starting to think like, man, I need this, I need that, I need this. In the kingdom, we not gonna be thinking that. We gonna be like, man, I went through all that to get to this. This is where it's at. We're gonna be so happy. We're gonna be crying. Think about these damn NBA players that be winning the championship, winning the finals. All the hard work they've been through. They was diligent. Them being diligent is having patience. Patience having faith. Because your faith work your patience. The brother brought it out. Right? Let me see if I find that, man. Right? It should be Zephaniah.
What, faith work patience?
Nah, la.
Oh, okay. Come
on. Let me see. Let me go to Proverbs 8:28, 11:28. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it through the Spirit. Let's go to Zephaniah. All right. Let me see. Zephaniah. Right. Yeah. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 18. All praise to the Most High. It says, neither silver nor their gold shall be able. No, that's not it. Man, I'm trying to think.
What did it say? I might know it.
Because it says, neither shall you be satisfied. Neither shall you be satisfied with silver. Right.
I think it's in Revelation.
It could be.
Let me find that right quick.
It could be through the Spirit. It could be.
When they're saying they won't be satisfied by silver nor gold, right?
Yeah. Okay,
That's either Ezekiel or Revelation. Let me see. It's lucky, yo. I'm still driving, man.
you good. Let me see.
We gonna
Man,
find this verse though, Lord willing, man.
Lord willing.
It's Ezekiel 7:19. Maybe that's what you're looking for.
Let me see. Ezekiel 7. You said 7 and 19.
Yeah, it's either that or I know it's one in Revelation. I'm trying to think.
No, it's not that, because it literally say they're not satisfied with it. It could be in Proverbs too, though. Let me see. Right? No. Right. Salakia, bear with me. Which one I wanted?
Is it Ecclesiastes 5:10?
It could be. That could be what it is.
That might be it.
Yeah, that could be what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Khan. Right.
Con.
This Ecclesiastes, all praise to the Most High, the water. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver." See that? So, hey, you're not gonna be grateful when you get all that money because you love money so much. You're not even actually putting a righteous work to get that money, to get that whatever $100 million, 10K, whatever you're trying to get. You're not, putting in the work for it. You want it, now. So once you get it, you're not gonna be satisfied. So in the kingdom, all the suffering we went through and the affliction and all the works, the fasting and the reading and the praying and all the works that we did, through the mercy of the Lord, we get the kingdom, man. It's gonna be, you're gonna appreciate it more. It's gonna be, man, it's gonna be so much satisfying, right? It's gonna be, man, you can't even describe it. So like I said, like the NBA players, man, they work hard, they work so hard, man. They working up early in the morning, they working out 4 times a day, they in the gym all day. Then they get that ring. You see how hard they be crying over a carnal reward? They be crying so hard. I mean hard, man. Look at Odell Beckham
Kobe.
and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Odell was crying so hard. He was crying hard, bro. For vanity, man. Vanity. He looked like a toddler, man. He looked like a toddler that you took a damn piece of chicken from him, man. He was crying hard. It says, "He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase." It says, "Nor he that loveth abundance with increase," man. And you got these drug dealers, they having so much abundance, man. They living a beautiful life. They getting so much increase. And what they say, "Hey, man, we need more. We need more." Why you not satisfied with what you have? Brother, you traveling to Dubai, you got a lot of wives over there and all these cars, you got a nice house, you got kids, you want more? And this is why you get jammed up. Let's read what Solomon say. He says, "This is also vanity." That is vanity. But we working for spiritual riches. We're working for the kingdom, man. So you gotta put in work. You being diligent is you showing patience for that reward to come. Right? So, hey man, you're gonna get jammed up, right? See, I'm gonna bring this out through the spirit. First Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. It says, "Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women. It became servants for their sakes." How does a brother run out of their wits for women? He's so thirsty for a wife. He doesn't have patience that he need to learn how to actually truly be a man. Possess the things that you need to learn as a man, change a tire, oil, stuff like that. Learn the precepts, learn how to be a man of God. Have patience, man. Next thing you know, you run out of your wits for women. You in Facebook, you typing, you saying all type of stuff. Your vocabulary is bad.
Now you Ahab.
Yeah, man. Now you Ahab. You in your emotions. Cause she said no. you turning over on the bed. You just You run out of your wits for women. You're not being patient, man. Because you not being patient, now you're gonna end up going into other doctrines. This is why brothers fall into other doctrines, man. You're not being patient. You so thirsty to know all the knowledge and everything, instead of you not focusing on keeping the commandments, right? Keeping the commandments, being sincere, having clean hands, repenting, right? Learning how to change your ways before you even want to bring out just dark parables and this and that. Have patience. The Lord would give that to you, right? If that's your lot, you know. And hey, you know what I'm saying? You'll be a mighty brother for the Lord, not for man, right? You know, and this is why brothers be running out their wits for women. They all on top of other doctrines and reading all these weird histories. Now you believing in mermaids and the book of Enoch and Joshua. You read different books. You're not having patience in the foundation that the Lord gave you already. You're not being content. You being content is having patience. You're being grateful for the portion you have. Let's get Proverbs chapter 30, verse 7. Right? Proverbs chapter 30, verse 7. Right? Let's bring that out. You're just up in your feelings, bro. Jake be in his feelings, man. I remember on the highways and byways, one of the brothers was teaching, you know, the officer Tazima. He asked the bro, you know, he was asking him questions, and he said, "Oh, you asking questions? You asking me questions and not just teaching me? Oh, no. Bro, why is you in your feelings, bro? Just instantly just get triggered. The Lord not dealing with that, man. The Lord is not dealing with an emotional man. When you read this Bible, the man of God wasn't in their emotions, right? The elect was not in their emotions. They wasn't in their emotions when they was in tribulation. Jacob wasn't in his emotions when Esau was trying to kill him. We're not saying that a man can't feel. We all have feelings, but don't let those emotions control you, right? They come and go. Women come and go. Money come and go. But you allowing it to control you. That's madness, man. So this Proverbs chapter 30, verse 7. It says, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Right? It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Right? That's the point. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. Right? So Solomon is asking, hey, I want to be content, man. I don't want to have a lot. I don't want to have more. I don't want to have little. I don't want to have none of these things. I just want what's convenient for me. Right? I just want to have a just balance. I don't want nothing more, nothing less. Just right in the middle. Just like this, a nice, perfect scale. That's what Solomon wanted. And he had everything. And you see, all that he had was vanity. All you just searching, you're gonna realize is you searching for nothing, man. Right? So you gotta have patience, man. That's, you know, you being content is not gonna you not being content, you just a broken record. You just broke, brother. Right? Just for instance, on a low level. I remember when, you know, back in the day, you know, brothers who played 2K, right? When VC just started coming out. Because back in the day, you had skill points. You had to work for that. You had to work for skill points to you to get that, you know, 99 overall, 94, so you can do all the type of dunks and stuff like that. This is on a carnal level. You working hard, getting those skill points. You having patience to reach the goal that you desire, so you can have all the attributes. We want to have immorality. We want to run fast consistently and don't be tired. We want to be strong and not be weak. Hey, those things take work and patience for you to end up possessing that, right? Then when it came to the VC, now you got brothers. You got brothers trying to, hey, yeah, I got a glitch. You can get 100 million VC. All you got to do is let the gameplay. Bro, what type of patience is that, man? Like the brother is saying, hard, I had to grind, man, get it out the mud. Hey, the Lord created us to get it out the mud, man. We from dust and ashes, man. The Lord created the sons of God, the Israelite man, to get it out the mud. You to get it out the mud, you got to go through all emotions, man. You had a heathen say it, Nipsey Hussle. Don't let a heathen know how to have patience and work hard for the things he get more than you. And you know Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. But you got it.
Hey, and the brother bringing it out so mighty. God forbid a damn Ethiopian have more faith than you. More patience, more determination, more grind. Hey, this damn Ethiopian over here taking what Jake built up. Yeah, it's off. Yeah, we know the streets ain't worth nothing. It has nothing to do with the truth. But we built that. And we letting these damn Africans come over here and make it look better than we can make it look. We created rock and roll. We letting Elvis and all these other pedophiles, because Elvis was a pedophile. It's not a secret. We letting them take that stuff over and do what they want to do with. Not the rock and roll, but brothers get what I'm saying. All these things that we didn't build up. We came up with that. We came, hey, what's up with all these Asians turning their hats to the back, man? We came up with that. Everything we come up with, first they hate on it, then they copy it. They said it in the world. I don't know if they said it everywhere, because I'm super Milwaukee though. I gotta remember. I gotta admit. But in Milwaukee, we say that. So it's like, at the end of the day, man, with us being the people that who we are, what we gonna do, bro? We've been patient. Okay, cool. We've been patient. Hey, one thing I can say about my people, even the ones that's not in the truth, there is nobody more patient than black people. We've been waiting on white people to love us for how long? I mean, goddamn. We go to camp. They say, well, what about them though? What you mean? What about them? Nigga, yo, Jesus look like you. What the hell you bringing them up for? You know what our people do? Well, it don't matter if he's orange or if he's purple or if he's green or I'm still gonna serve him. We are the most patient people on the planet, bro. Except when it comes to each other. You know who black people not patient with? Other black people. Hey, guess what? You'll sit here, you'll wait 6 months for that new designer or whatever to drop. You can't even wait 3 weeks for this brother who running his clothing business out of his basement to ship you your hoodie that you ordered. Now you leaving bad reviews on a brother website because he took 3 weeks. Just 3. He running it out of his basement. He trying to get it out the mud. He your people. He an honest brother. You know this brother. We patient with everybody but ours. Hey, I guarantee you gonna wait every year until April 15th for them goddamn taxes, though.
Right.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, Eve. Let's talk about it. You gonna wait until April 15th to file all 3 of them little bastard babies that you had, but you can't wait. You can't let your man get 30 days to find a new job because he just lost his job. I can't mess with no dude who can't do nothing for me. You know Eve be. Hey, you'll wait 18, 19, 20 years for your fatherless son to maybe make it to the league. Maybe. But you can't wait on that man 30, 45 days to get y'all into a new crib. You can't just stay down at his mama house with him for 40 days while he get a new lease signed. Hey, guess what? You go to camp every week, every weekend, and you more patient with them people at camp than your own wife, nigga.
That's crazy.
You more patient with them women out there, and they talk, I don't want to hear that Jesus stuff. I know Jesus. You more patient with that disrespectful, I'm going to just say woman, than a woman at home who's, hey, baby, how was camp? You need me to do? Get out of my face. I'm tired. And of course, brothers exaggerating, but let's really examine ourselves, bro. I'm talking to the men right now, because I'm a man. Let's talk about it, including me. I done had times in the past, man, I was beating myself up. I'm like, what is wrong with you? How dare you not have patience in that situation, but you got patience in this one? Hey, guess what? You waited 5 years for your job to give you that 50-cent raise. You can't wait 2 years for your wife to finally get over wearing pants, to finally feel comfortable with herself wearing dresses. Come on, man, we got to do better, man. And then, like I said, this a cut to me too. We got to do better, bro. Hey, guess what? You let your boss at work get more patience from you when he talk to you crazy. Hey, why was this job not done, Jake? Hey, Eve, I thought I told you to file them damn papers by Tuesday at 3. Why is it Wednesday and I have them papers on my desk? You ain't gonna talk to him crazy. So be that patient with your people. Be that patient with them people that you teach at camp. Be that patient with your family that you're trying to bring in the truth. Your mama been scoffing for 5 years. So the Lord been trying to bring you in the truth for 7. And what did you do? So let that resonate on your spirit, man. And like I say, like me and his brother say, we said almost every video now, this includes us too. We got to be patient, man. We have to be patient, bro. You as a human being have no right to not be patient, because the Lord ain't been so patient. Bro, the Lord should have killed you for breaking that Sabbath. You saw that gelatin on the back of them ingredients and you still ate them fruit snacks. I know you did. And the Lord should have smoked you for it. But guess what? You listen to me talk right now because the Lord had patience with you. But that's all I got. You got anything else?
I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, time winding down, but hey, patience is everything. Long suffering. Hey, that's all in the same spirit. Because we gotta endure to the end. The only way you can endure to the end is through patience, man. Cause say for instance, when Esau take you out of your house in front of your women, brothers who got multiple wives, or your woman and children, I mean, and then he got you in an interrogation room, you strapped up, you gonna get out of the spirit, or you're gonna have patience, right? And you having patience in your mind, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, hey, I'm suffering for righteousness' sake, man. I'm suffering for the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And he said we was appointed for these things. Because you know this through the precepts, you like, man. And in that spirit of endurance, long suffering, patience, temperance, start to reignite in your spirit like a damn fireball. Hey, and next thing you know, Lord willing, you wake up, you get killed. Hey, you looking Yahushua in the face, most high willing. Right. So let's get right. I got just a couple precepts. Right. Couple precepts. Let's get a classic, Matthew 24, verse 13. Right. You gotta have patience, man. For you to have a righteous marriage, you gotta have patience. Just because you in the truth don't mean that your marriage is gonna be just beautiful all the time. Every day is gonna be unleavened bread and nice meals and spinach and salmon. You eating the dietary law and she taking your shoes off, and it's not gonna be like that every day. We in the flesh. It's gonna be times where she gonna be irritated, and it's gonna be times where you're gonna be irritated. It's bound to happen. It's gonna be times miscommunication, right? Y'all damn, it's just the flesh, man. But are you gonna have patience, endurance, and go through the precepts and actually work it out through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? Because the Lord is putting you in that situation so you can be able to better those type of things. Because obviously you don't have it, or you don't have enough. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? Hey, the only way you can be saved through all this if you endure to the end. You got to endure, man. You got to have endurance. Let's get that definition, right? Not to be long-winded. All right. Got to have endurance, man. All right. Through the Spirit. Endurance. It says the fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving way. Without giving way, right? And when you go to the similarity, it's the same spirit, patience, acceptance. Do you accept that the Lord put you do the things that you go through just for you can be able to increase in him? Because he don't have to do that. He could just get rid of you. It's somebody out there better than you, but he put you in the things, the temptations, right? He put you in certain aspects, have you to deal with certain spirits just so you can be able to bear forth fruit to him. You got to get purged, brother, so you can bear righteous fruit, right? Let's get that. John, I believe that's John. That should be John chapter 15, right? This John chapter 15 and verse 2. It says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. Hey, the Lord can literally take you away. Like the brother was saying, the Lord has patience, man. You wasn't bearing fruit for probably about like 6 months, and you still in the truth. You still Lord's name. You still able to repent, right? You're still able to repent. You haven't been bearing forth fruit. You've been slacking on videos. You ain't fasting like 7 months, right? You've been reading on and off. You barely want to get into the precepts. You barely want to study. Where's your fruit? You don't even want to talk to brothers like that. You don't even want to congregate with brothers. It's always an excuse for you to come to camp. The Lord see that, man. He sees that, but the Lord has patience. He could take you away. It says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And we're members of Yahweh's body. The Lord didn't have no sin within his body. Sin didn't dwell in him. He was in the flesh. So we were part of Yahweh's body, and you are not doing what you're supposed to do. You will get out. You're gonna get out of there. You don't belong in the Lord's body. The Lord ain't trying to get his ankle sprained. You the Lord's ankle. All of a sudden he feels some type of inflammation and you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. He gonna go on a fast. He gonna go through the precepts. He gonna pray to the Lord, and that's gonna be healed. And you're gonna be in outer darkness, man. Right? It says, in every branch that bear fruit, he purgeth it. The Lord gotta purge you, man. Right? Why? Because it says that it may bring forth more fruit. The Lord got to purge us, man, so we could bring forth fruit. He doesn't have to do this, right? So the thing that you be in is for you to possess that righteous fruit, this fruit of the spirit, man, patience. So you can know how to move when that time comes when all hell break loose. And if you don't want to do that, best believe you're going to get out of here, man. The Lord don't, you his son. Yeah, you have shake. Yeah, you my big brother. Yeah. I know who you would. Yeah, I remember in the ancient world, you was one of them. Yeah, you was on that tree. Yeah, you was on that tree because you was in a short stature. Yeah, I remember. But you ain't doing what you're supposed to do now. You gotta go. Patience run. Hey, mercy run out. Lord's patience run out too. You know. So, hey, man, you gotta have patience, man. Whatever you going through, so you can bear righteous fruit. The Lord gotta purge you, right? So, all praise to the Most High. You know, that's all I got through the Spirit. You know, Lord willing, brothers, man, Lord willing, brothers, you know, watch this video, and I'm gonna watch this video too, you know, because we're gonna need it. Time is running out, man. Satan is on the loose, going to and fro, right? He will sift you out. There's gonna be a time you're gonna be in a position where you gonna mess around and get out your emotions, but you gotta have faith. You gotta have long suffering. You gotta have endurance, temperance. You know what I'm saying? Right? But all praise to the Most High, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? Kwam Yashua.
Khan, I just wanted to say this last thing before we end this video off. Can you get In Matthew 24, I believe it's 13, where the Lord say, endure unto the end.
I just brought that out. Let's bring it out again.
Hey, that's the spirit. See that?
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Hey, we got to really remember, man. Look, why is in the Bible it's always talking about enduring, long suffering, temperance, being able to wait on the Lord. I had 3 precepts lined up that I didn't bring out, all talking about waiting on the Lord. Right? You got that?
Yeah. Proverbs. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
And hey, guess what? Them red letters, man. I didn't write that. The brothers from our all didn't write that. Watchmen for Israel didn't write that. Hey, the Lord said that out of his own mouth, man. The ones that can endure, aka be patient until all is said and done, the same shall be saved. And Lord willing, everybody, including me and my brother Shamal, all is included in that number. But with that, we ain't gonna hold the people no more longer, right? Through the spirit, we brought out the importance of patience. And hey, the way I'm feeling, we might bring a part 2. Don't quote us on that. But with that, hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Mashiach Malak Yahushua. Kwam Yashrala.
Kwam Yashrala. Shalom.